Okay, first thing you're going to want to do, if you don't have any Orgonite already, you want to soak them crystals in water, get them charged up. I usually leave them in for at least an hour or whatever when I do it, but I like to do the combination. Usually I'll put it on my chem buster, but I don't feel like going out in the chem snow right now. Already been out there long enough. But yeah, charge your crystals in water if you do not have any Orgonite.
Hey y'all. Okay. So things you are gonna need. You're gonna need some metal shavings. I don't know if you see that. I get these from a factory here in town, out of their machine shop. You can check there. You can also, I see they sell metal shavings online, but you'll definitely need some of them. If you can't get any, because I hear some people don't like to give them up, whatever, but around here it's pretty easy. Like I say, you can buy some online or get a drill, find a piece of scrap metal and start drilling. Just put you a piece of cardboard or whatever underneath and catch all the shavings. Okay, you're gonna need some resin. I picked this up at the local Napa store for like $60 a gallon. You can get it cheaper online, but by the time you pay shipping and stuff, it's about the same. But they make some, like you see a lot of people using the clear stuff. This is clear, but not really. It's kind of got a milky brown to it. But it doesn't matter. These aren't for looks. A lot of people make these for looks and don't really have much in them and stuff. And yeah, if they're too pretty, I don't know. I don't know if I would buy one. But it's easier to make them yourself. You put your own love into it. But anyhow, shop local, since all the mom and pop stores seem to be dying. Okay, you're gonna need some crystals, and you gotta definitely have double terminated. Double terminated just means pointed on both ends. Okay, like this one, it's flat, but these are still good. Don't get me wrong, but you gotta at least have one double terminated in them. Whether it's a TB or a HHG, like these ones. Now you don't have to, but I like to take some copper wire, and I just had some of these leftover scraps, so I twisted them up and just throw them around a bolt or something, and you can twist them. Like this one, you can buy this little thin wire at your local hardware store. But I like to have a little bit of copper wire around my double terminated. And like I say, you don't have to. I can't tell that much difference. Just I like to do it just in case there is. But yeah, so at least one double terminated, and then we'll be using these up too. You're gonna need some magnetic black sand, which you can buy online. I see it on eBay and even Amazon. But if you watch my intro video, this stuff I crushed up myself. And then, like, I'm going to throw in a little bit of brass shavings and some garnets I find out in the hills. But you don't need any of this. Just make sure you got this, crystals, shavings, and that'll get you going. And you can always add more stuff to it. There's some more scrap chunks I'm going to throw in. I like to throw, at least if you aren't wrapping your things, you should at least throw in a little bit of copper wire in it. But I always throw in little extra copper chunks. Speaker cable, old monster cable, whatever they call it, works really good. You can cut that up in some short chunks and it just shreds real nice. I like that, but I didn't have any. I need to get rid of this stuff. And you're going to need a large muffin pan. Don't look at my trashy garage. this is your smaller muffin pan, and that's what I used to make, but now that the towers are getting more advanced and more stuff on them, we've got 5G rolling out, go with the bigger pan. And I think that is pretty much it for what you're going to need. You're going to need a measuring cup and something to mix it in. So this jar is getting pretty trashed. I use a little vegetable oil just because this pan's been abused, but when they're brand new, you don't even need to bother. It doesn't stick, so once they get scratched up, they do. And I think that is about it. So you can see we're under total chem smog today. Heavy spraying. Oh, by the way, it's what is today? It's April 8th, 2018. They've been spraying hard all day, so I'm not too busy filming, as you can see. But yeah, so that is pretty much it. That'll get you started, and then we're gonna go ahead, and if the chemical rain doesn't start flowing here, I'll start making some. Show you how I do it. Now, there is no wrong way to make this. I don't care what anybody says. Just put your heart into it, and yeah, go with it. So this is just basic how you can do it, and you want to tweak it whatever way or whatever, just go for it. It's better than nothing, guaranteed. All right. Okay, y'all, hopefully you can hear me. The wind's blowing. I already pre-made some of these just for speed purposes. I'm going to put a little bit on the bottom here. You want to take your crystal, kind of center it up a little bit as much as you can. Doesn't need to be perfect. Now I'm going to throw in a few extra copper chunks. How about all my bird friends? I'm going to take a little more metal, put it around there. Now for TVs, you only really need one big crystal or one double terminated. But since we're dealing with deadly technology, I'm going to take just add a few more in there. If these were shorter, I would point them in or whatever, but kind of put the pointy side there. Doesn't have to be perfect. Super chunk. It's actually big. Some hair smaller. You want to make sure you're not sticking up over your top tube. So I got a shorter one that worked out real nice, but just go with it. All right, now you're going to want to mix you up some resin. Okay, now on your HHGs, it takes just a little over a cup. That's mixing in with your black sand. And I do not remember what these bigger muffins take. So I'm just going to mix up 3 cups, see where it gets us. Don't do this inside your house. Stuff stinks. Okay, you're going to want to add your hardener. What I've learned in the instructions, according to their hardener, sometimes a little potent, it'll set up on you fast. So I just kind of go with the flow. You'll have to kind of play with it and go just a hair less than what they say. Give you a little bit of working time. I'm going to give it a little extra today, just because it might. Can rain on us. Hopefully not too much, because it will set up quick. You want to mix it good. Of course, the wind wants to start blowing harder now. Close this tool. Now, technically, I should have used a bigger container, but once you get her mixed up there, you can try and go 50-50, 50 this and 50 that, but This will probably be less than 50 today, but doesn't matter. Start mixing in the black sand. And this stuff will settle to the bottom. It's very heavy, so you gotta make sure and keep stirring her up if you let her sit. See, it's turning kind of black. Yeah, any bit of this will help. Since God made it, right? So if you can't get 50-50, don't worry about it. Don't think it's ruined or nothing. Because even a little bit will do some good. You can see it's getting very black. Okay, then you just start filling her in. Kind of do it on one side and let it flow and push out. Like I say, keep trying to keep churning her up because that sand will settle. Give her a few pats here and there. Push out your air bubbles. Pretty sure the government has turned the wind up harder on purpose. Sons of bitches. Okay. I'm just going to take a few brass shavings and throw in. You don't have to do this, like I said. But I'm going to do it. Just because I got it. It's not required. Throw in a few garnets. A little love from down deep below. Like I say, you don't have to have them either. Those just doing it. Okay, then you want to add some more metal to her. Go ahead and add just more sauce. Now, if you got the spare metal, you could fill that, pretty much to the top, whatever. But if you don't have it, and you got black sand, I wouldn't worry about it. So apparently 3 cups is not going to quite do her. It's good to know. So we'll have to mix up a little more. Okay, I put another 1.5 cups, but that'll probably be too much because that's just the way it goes. But I can always make a little baby one if I got extra. But we'll find out. Might not be enough. Stop. That's just hair over, so I'd say it's going to take 4 1/4 cups. Right, you can see that's a little bit off level there because very good working platform. So we're just going to prop her up kind of halfway. Self-leveling. Making sure nothing's sticking up too far. Here comes a sprayer, imagine that. Must be the wind spray. Just give that some pats, knock any air bubbles out. You can see it's bubbling up a little bit. It's just your air, so. And wait for that baby to cure up. All right. What you doing, Mac? You did a good job. I'm such a good little Orgonite, Mac. I see you got your squirrel friend, Mac. So, y'all, there's final product. Yeah, now, remember I used a little over 4 cups of resin. And I did not mix these 50 resin, 50 black sand. It was less than that. But if you do the 50-50 mix, no, you'll probably need just a hair over 2 cups or so. And it'll be super thick, a lot thicker than I did, but that's what I did them ones I showed in my intro video, was 50-50. These ones weren't quite, but you got kind of the idea of what you need to do. So, and you can just take a file, this stuff sticking out of a file, or some sandpaper, and knock that down. And yeah, put one on all your smart meters. Put one at every smart meter, on your Wi-Fi, router box, whatever. Put one by your computer, and put one in your bedroom. And if you sleep near your phone, which you should not have that phone very near you, when you're sleeping. And you should always remember to at least turn your mobile data off at night. I put mine on airplane mode at night, unless I know that I'm expecting a call or might have to go on emergency, 911 run for a friend or whatever, if I'm something expecting like that. Otherwise, it's on airplane mode at night. But set your phone on that baby at night, and put one in each of your vehicles, and just kind of make sure you always got one halfway close by. They work for a pretty good area, quarter, half mile, so it'll give you some protection against all this BS. So yeah, didn't turn out too bad. Like I say, looks don't matter. They're pretty. They don't need to be pretty. That ain't what they're for. This is for protection. So anyhow, I hope that helped y'all, and kind of gives you an idea how to make it. And you just do the basics, like I said. If you want to add stuff or whatever, stones you love or whatever, go ahead. It sure ain't gonna hurt it any. But yeah, should, like I say, at least get these on your smart meters and your Wi-Fi. And those of you that are targeted and stuff, you'll definitely notice a difference, especially probably at night when you're sleeping, when they like to attack. But yeah, if you have any questions, leave them for me in the comment box. I'm just about done with YouTube. It's getting so bad. The censorship is ridiculous, and they're pushing so much disinformation, especially fake plane, fake chemtrails, fake this, fake that. It's getting a little ridiculous. But YouTube's pushing it, and you know when they push something, it's BS, because they are censoring all of us that are exposing the truth. But yeah, leave a question. If you got a question, leave it for me, and I'll try and get back and answer it. And yeah, even if you only make a few of these or whatever, do it. You won't regret it. But yeah, all right. Well, love y'all. God bless you. And hope you're all ready for what's coming. I hope you're prepared. I'm sure most of you are. Most of my friends are, so. Which, I have very few friends, but they're ready. We're all ready. But, yeah, it's coming. All right. Later, y'all.